Another week, boys, and another twab. This week in Destiny, you've got a date with, well, us. This week in Destiny, we are revealing our next Renegades developer live stream and Equilibrium dungeon race details. We've also shared a new content calendar and dev insight article for our next expansion, which drops in less than 2 weeks. Time may be a construct, but there isn't much of it left before Renegades, so we better jump into our topics for this installment. So save the date Renegades developer live stream, DungeonZone turns for the Equilibrium dungeon race. Check out our Renegades armor tuning article. See what's coming up in the Renegades content calendar, and then coming soon to the Bungie store. Engines are spinning up, strap in and read on. So tune into our next Renegades developer live stream. There's a job needs doing, Guardian. Join us Tuesday, November the 25th, which is literally next week, at 10 a.m. Pacific over at Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok for our next developer live stream, where we'll be debuting the Destiny 2 Renegades launch trailer and our second Renegades vidoc covering blasters, new exotic gear, and much more. We'll then plot a course to Darcis Outpost with our dev team at the helm, leading a deep dive into gameplay preview of the new Lawless Frontier activity. All right, I love that we have made our way back to vidocs. I think a condensed video going over everything, so much, it's just such a better format to me, you know? I want to see the blasters in action. Me too, man. Me too. Now, what's your bounty for this adventure? How about the new Seekers? Not Saints Emblem for watching 15 minutes of our Twitch broadcast. Be sure to link your Bungie.net and Twitch accounts to redeem it. Oh, you get an emblem, boys. You get an emblem. All right. I hope it's good, man. Literally, vidocs could be, you know, and for some people, it is the deciding factor of whether or not they actually jump back into an expansion. That delivery is incredibly important. You know, I talk about how like GGG does their deliveries of Path of Exile content that's about to roll out. And they do such a good job. All right. So DungeonZone returns for Equilibrium. Last week, we unveiled Equilibrium, the new dungeon coming in Renegades, and the start date and time for its world first dungeon race. Evan and CB Gray will be hosting DungeonZone live from Bungie HQ on December 13th, starting at 6 a.m. Pacific, with their pre-show featuring interviews with Bungie developers, previous dungeon race winners, and more. Tune in for the chance to earn displays or Renegade game codes during the live stream. Now, the dungeon race rules. The guidelines we provide for the Epic Desert Perpetual Raid race are carrying over to Equilibrium's dungeon race to provide a quality viewing experience. The following will be required if teams wish to qualify for the titles of World First. Streaming is required, but only one member of the fire team has to stream. The stream must be on YouTube, Twitch, or Bilibili. The stream must be set to video on demand, so they can review the VOD, of course. If the team member wants to hide portions of the screen, they must either use an overlay provided by us, we'll provide this soon, or use their own version that blocks the designated areas covered in our overlay. Team members cannot use additional overlays to block other portions of the stream, even as a joke. The stream overlay is only needed during the competition. The overlay may be edited to add your branding face, but no additional gameplay content may be covered. If you do not wish to hide portions of your screen, you do not need to use the overlay. The team member who streams cannot black out or hide their screen or portion of the screen outside of the designated areas. Game audio must be on at all times, but players may mute their voice audio. The streaming team member must submit their information to us using the contact form before December the 13th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Pacific. I think they're good guidelines, guys. Cuts out a lot of cheaters. Doesn't say that cheaters don't still get completions, and I feel like the overlay doesn't really, just does some slight blur here and there. Yay, content for streamers? No, this is for everybody. You don't have to be a streamer for this. By the way, let's define what a streamer is, since it seems like there's just this colossal mountain to climb to be called quote unquote streamer. You create a Twitch account or a YouTube account, and then you hit go live. And boy, wouldn't you believe it, you're now a streamer. Who would have thought you're streaming? Actually, at that very moment. I stream to my friends at Discord all the time. I'm basically Cross. There you go, big donkey. There you go. Does this mean I get streamer loot? No, you don't. You have to be in a special server to get that. That's why I get better loot, better lobbies. Have you noticed everyone I play inside of PvP conveniently misses me all the time? Yeah, that's completely separate. That's not a streamer thing. That's just, you know, club benefit thing. You know, whatever the club may be. All right, Renegades armor tuning preview. Gear Up Guardians, yesterday we published a dev insight article about Renegades armor tuning, where we covered all the changes coming to a big group of exotics when Renegades launches. Winter Sky will allow Warlocks to punch very hard. Omnioclus will be a top support pick, and Doom Marchers will give bolt charge on hit. We covered that already. There's a lot more outside of just that, and they look really, really good. So good, in fact, that I'm actually concerned no one's going to even want to play with the new exotics, but that's a good problem to have old exotics that are making a return. You know what I mean? All right, so Renegades content calendar. Last week, we shared our plans for Renegades with a new content calendar. It provides a preview of the changes coming to Destiny 2 and Renegades and update 9.5.0.1 that goes live the week after launch. The team has been focused on continuing to make improvements to power and progression, quality of life updates, and the start of a new weekly ritual alongside brand new activities and systems with Renegades. You can check out the content calendar here or read the full article. All right, so I know this doesn't really tell you, like it lays out everything, but I'm sure most people are like, dude, I want to see what's beyond this point. Black Friday is almost here. Stay tuned at Bungie Store socials. Gotcha. There's going to be some deals, some Black Friday deals. Known issues. Players are reporting occasional audio dropouts of PvP. The call to arms tooltips indicates the incorrect number of competitive points required to earn the next percentile for above average, top 30%, top 10%. The correct values are 5, 10, and 50 points respectively. All right. Not going to go through all these. Some Xbox players reporting game performance issues when expecting or using hollow foil variants of Ribbontail. That's the universe telling you right now, Xbox players, to get ready to move to Steam. I'm just saying, have you seen it? Have you seen the Steam machine? Just get ready. Say goodbye to the Xbox, okay? Take it out back. Make the decision now because it's only going to be better down the road once you go Steam. All right, let's see. Tier 5 call to arm weapons can drop with a visual issue causing them to incorrectly display as Tier 6. The core activity is not giving players additional revive tokens, causing it to be more difficult to complete than intended. All right. Yeah, some other known issues, but Bungie will get to those whenever. As a final note, this twin may be ending, but lots more Renegades information is in your immediate future. In addition to the Renegades developer livestream, we also have a dev insight preview on abilities tuning and an artifact preview in our next twid dropping Wednesday. Yes, a Wednesday twid. Oh yes, it's Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving. Oh my God, it's Thanksgiving, everybody. In the meantime, focus on finishing our first Call to Arms event strong with a huge number of competitive points and claim all the goodies in the reward pass. That helmet is literally fire. The Destiny 2 community team. All right, guys, that's it. I know it's kind of a light twab, but the main thing, everything's just getting geared up to showcase everything next week. We have Thanksgiving, and that's it, boys. Next week is the final week for preparation going into Renegades. Steam Machine uses Linux and Destiny 2 won't run on it because of the anti-cheat. Anti-cheat doesn't work in Linux. Oh, shit. Bungie better get that worked out. I don't even think the anti-cheat works now. I mean, I guess it kind of works, but you know.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.